Have you ever noticed how some people can completely change the atmosphere just by walking into a room, while others seem to drain all the energy from the place? That's no coincidence. There's a science behind it that most people are completely unaware of. Everyone talks about vibes and energy, but they're getting it all wrong. They think it's something mystical, intangible, something you can't control. The truth is your vibrational frequency is totally dynamic, and you can master it in minutes. Not in days, not in weeks, in minutes. Over the past few years, while studying the universal principles of consciousness, I discovered something that changed everything in my life. There's a specific technique that not only allows you to instantly raise your vibration, but also creates an energetic shield that protects you from negative external influences. The result? You're no longer a prisoner of circumstance. You become capable of choosing the frequency you want to operate on, and in a way, you become immune to the vibrations of your environment. All because you start applying the universal laws consciously. Most people believe we're victims of our surroundings, that our energy depends on what's happening around us. They couldn't be more wrong. In fact, it's the other way around. You have the power to influence everything around you through your vibrational frequency. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. I'm going to teach you the vibrational elevation triad technique, 3 simple steps that can shift your energy in just a few minutes. But before that, I need to break some beliefs that have been limiting your potential. Because here's the thing, if you don't understand how your vibration actually works, you'll stay stuck relying on external circumstances for the rest of your life. But why does this happen so often? I'll show you data that will contradict everything you believe about personal energy. According to research from the HeartMath Institute, the magnetic field of the human heart is 60 times stronger than that of the brain and can be detected several feet away. That means you are literally radiating energy all the time, influencing people without even realizing it. But here's the first shocker. 95% of people live in frequencies below 200 Hz on the scale of consciousness. That means they're in states of fear, anger, guilt, or shame most of the time. And when you're in those states, you become a magnet for more negative experiences. Here's a contradictory example. Do you know people who seem unlucky? Who are always complaining that everything goes wrong for them. They're not actually unlucky. They're vibrating at a frequency that attracts exactly what they're experiencing. It's pure physics. On the flip side, some people seem to have insane luck. They get the perfect parking spot, opportunities fall into their lap, people want to help them for no clear reason. It's not luck, it's vibrational magnetism at work. Here's another example that might surprise you. Studies show that one person vibrating at a high frequency, above 500 Hz on the scale of consciousness, can elevate the vibration of up to 750,000 people around them. One single person. Imagine the impact you can have when you master your own frequency. But here's the most shocking part. Most people don't even realize they're being vibrationally influenced all the time. They walk into a negative space and feel bad, but think it's normal. They talk to toxic people and leave feeling drained, but don't make the connection. Have you noticed how different you feel in different places? In a church, at a party, in a hospital? These aren't coincidences. They're distinct vibrational fields affecting your internal state. So what does this mean in practical terms? It means you can be the conductor of your own energetic symphony, instead of dancing to the tune other people are playing for you. Stick with me until the end of this video, because everything I've shared so far is just the beginning. My name is Noah, and you're watching the Hermes Code channel. Now I'm going to reveal the first core principle that governs this entire dynamic. In the Kybalion, one of the oldest Hermetic texts known to mankind, it says, "Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates." This is the law of vibration, and it governs absolutely everything in the universe. Let me give you an example. If you take 2 identical crystal glasses and strike one of them, the other will automatically begin to vibrate at the same frequency. That's called vibrational resonance. And the same thing happens between you and everything around you. If you vibrate in fear, you attract more things to be afraid of. If you vibrate in anger, you magnetize conflict. If you vibrate in love, you attract experiences aligned with love. It's physics applied to real life. From this example, we can conclude that it's not external events that determine our vibration. It's our vibration that determines external events. Mark my words, if you start using specific techniques to vibrate in abundance, even before your external reality has changed, within a few weeks opportunities will begin to appear from the most unexpected places. Here's another practical example. Let's say a businesswoman constantly has problems with her employees. She complains that they're all irresponsible and lazy. But the moment she starts to realize that she's vibrating in mistrust and criticism, and decides to shift her internal frequency to vibrate in trust and appreciation, those same employees will begin behaving completely differently. Vibration works like an invisible magnetic field. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are vibrationally. But that alone isn't enough, because there's a crucial difference between people who can consistently maintain a high vibration and those who ride an emotional roller coaster, constantly going up and down. The second principle you need to master is what I call shielded personal magnetism. People with shielded vibration aren't affected by the low frequencies around them. On the contrary, they elevate the environment. Let me explain exactly how to develop this. The mistake 99% of people make is trying to maintain a high vibration without building energetic protection. It's like trying to fill a leaky bucket. No matter how much water you pour in, it always drains out. Here's the step-by-step. First, understand that your vibration has 3 layers: mental, emotional, and physical. Most people focus only on the mind, trying to think positive. That doesn't work, because their emotions and physical body are still vibrating low. To create real protection, you need to align all 3 layers at once. For example, there's no point in saying, "I am prosperous," if your body is tense with anxiety and your emotions are trapped in fear. Those 3 frequencies will cancel each other out. Knowing what not to do is just as important. Never try to fight a low vibration with force. If you're feeling angry and try to force joy, you create internal dissonance that makes everything worse. It's like trying to tune 2 radio stations at once. All you get is noise and static. Another fatal mistake is absorbing other people's emotions under the illusion that you're helping. I know people who are proud to be emotional sponges, who feel pain when others suffer. That's not a virtue, it's a lack of vibrational shielding. If you consider yourself an emotional sponge, tell me in the comments. The correct technique is to create a field of high frequency so strong that it automatically uplifts everything around it, without letting anything bring it down. It's like being a bonfire. You warm the space around you without burning out. Here's a secret few people know. People with strong personal magnetism develop a kind of unique, vibrational signature. When they enter a space, people feel something different, something special, but they can't quite explain what it is. Now comes the most important part, the specific technique that will give you total control over your vibrational frequency in any situation. I'm going to show you the vibrational elevation triad, the method I've been using for years to maintain a high frequency even in challenging situations. 3 simple steps, but incredibly powerful when applied correctly. First step, return to the present. Low vibration always happens when your mind is stuck in the past, dwelling on problems, or jumping into the future, creating anxiety. Your breath is the key to anchoring in the now. Try this. Inhale deeply for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale for 6 seconds. Repeat 3 times. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system and brings you back to the present moment, where all transformation is possible. Second step. Practice heart-based gratitude. Place both hands on your heart and feel genuine gratitude for something real in your life. It can be something simple, like the fact that you're breathing, that you have a roof over your head, or that there are people who love you. The key is to feel it, not just think it. The heart has 40,000 neurons and produces a magnetic field 60 times stronger than the brain. When you activate gratitude in your heart, your vibration spikes instantly. Third step. Consciously choose your vibration. Here's the secret. Make a clear internal declaration of the state you want to sustain. I choose to vibrate in love. I am light. I radiate peace. This isn't about empty affirmations. It's a conscious command to your energy field. Let me show you how this works in real life. Imagine you're in a really tense meeting. People are arguing. The energy is heavy. Quietly apply the triad. In 2 minutes, you'll feel your own vibration begin to stabilize. In 5 minutes, the whole atmosphere of the meeting has shifted. People start collaborating instead of fighting. What just happened? Your frequency rose and created a field of coherence that influenced the entire environment. That wasn't a coincidence. It was the conscious application of the law of vibration. This technique works because it operates on all 3 levels at once: breath, physical, gratitude, emotional, and conscious choice, mental. It's full vibrational alignment. But how do you apply this consistently in your daily routine? Now I'm going to give you the full implementation guide so you can master your vibration day to day. The key is to turn this into an automatic practice, not something you only remember when things go wrong. Let's get into it. Morning implementation. As soon as you wake up, before checking your phone, do the triad. 3 deep breaths, heart-based gratitude, and choose your vibration for the day. This creates an energetic anchor that will support you for the hours ahead. Emergency protocol. Whenever you feel your vibration dropping, stuck in traffic, after an argument, bad news, activate the 3 steps immediately. Don't wait for the situation to spiral. It's like taking medicine at the first sign of a cold. Support tools. Set reminders on your phone every 2 hours with the question, "How am I vibrating right now?" This builds vibrational self-awareness. I also recommend having an anchor word like light or love that you silently repeat when you need a quick realignment. Adapting to different situations. At work, do it discreetly. No one will even notice. At home, you can go deeper, maybe even with calming music. In traffic, focus more on breath and conscious choice. Before bed, use it to clear the energy of the day. Mental checklist. Always ask yourself, am I breathing consciously? Do I feel real gratitude? Did I choose my vibration? If any answer is no, adjust immediately. One powerful tip: keep a vibration journal for a week. Write down how you felt before and after using the technique. This creates real evidence of transformation and strengthens your trust in the method. For group situations, like meetings or family gatherings, practice the triad before entering the space. You'll notice how your presence changes the entire group dynamic. Remember, high vibration doesn't mean being happy all the time. It means being centered, present, and consciously choosing your internal state regardless of external circumstances. But this only works if you understand an even deeper principle about how frequencies interact. Let's recap what you've learned today. Your vibration is completely dynamic and controllable. You've learned how to influence environments and people through the law of vibration. You've mastered the concepts of vibrational resonance and shielded personal magnetism. And most importantly, you now have the vibrational elevation triad: presence, gratitude, and conscious choice. Now you know how to move from being a victim of circumstances to becoming the conductor of your own energetic symphony. You have the power to raise your frequency in minutes and create a shield that protects you from negative influences. But now a new question arises. What if I told you there's a hierarchy of vibrational frequencies? That some vibrations are thousands of times more powerful than others? And that when you vibrate at the highest levels of the scale, you don't just impact people nearby, you influence entire morphogenetic fields. I'm talking about the Hawkins scale of consciousness, where each vibrational level carries exponentially more power than the one before. At 200, you exit the suffering zone. At 400, you operate through reason. At 500, you vibrate in unconditional love. And at the highest levels, 700, 800, You become a force for planetary transformation. What does this mean? That your vibrational journey can go far beyond what you ever imagined. It's not just about feeling better. It's about becoming a true agent of change in the world. The question is, how far do you want to take your vibration? Do you want to stay in the basic levels of well-being? Or are you ready to explore the highest realms of human consciousness? I need to know if you're interested in diving deeper into the foundations of the Hawkins scale of consciousness to reach higher and higher frequencies that will transform not only your life, but your ability to positively influence your entire field of impact. If so, type in the comments, "I want to watch the Hawkins scale video." If this content resonated with you, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Your vibrational transformation is just beginning. My name is Noah, and this was my contribution for today.